Were you aware of in a passing case today, the Atlanta Police Department named Lil Baby? According to the report, Lil Baby's actions caused the deaths of two young adults last summer. At a press conference on Wednesday, February 26, the Atlanta PD announced that 7 arrests had been made in relation to the deaths of Jacot Davis and Lemman Freeman Major. According to Ralph, the episodes were part of a gang battle that began with firearms at Lil Baby's music video in May of last year. 3 individuals were subsequently heard at the site, and Ralph firmly vowed that the team would do everything in its power to hold Lil Baby accountable.
The investigation aspect of this, Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life. Gang violence was orchestrated by adults in our city. And cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions. And you know who you are. And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions.
Lil Baby's involvement in this crime, which the Fed announced, provides an answer to one of the main issues the rap business had. Why did Lil Baby close? Did you know that news sites started claiming that Lil Baby's latest album, Wham, was a hurried release because of an illegal struggle that was coming his way? PS closure was the first indication of this, as it was disseminated. Lil Baby explains why he tried to avoid having PF classified as a street squad by entering his record label.
First 4 pockets full had to come to an end. You know what I'm saying?
When you say of course, I mean, why you say of course?
Because it's all shit that be going on. And I had to start learning that, like, other people's actions I could be held accountable for.
Right.
I ain't know all that at first. You know what I'm saying? I never would have went that route, but I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Now that I know, I'll be a fool to just keep the same thing going. They trying to make something out of something that it ain't.
Right.
Like, if I got any kind of control of, hey, we're gonna switch that whole thing up. It ain't even just about the police. It's just period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never was supposed to make my label something that I talk about.
Lil Baby is attempting to break off any connections he may have had with anyone in 4PF who may have contributed to the deaths of these 2 young people. The feds have already alerted the public to Lil Baby's role in other Atlanta crimes on the news.
An in-depth investigation. Recent months, you've had 2 high-profile racketeering cases. There's going to be more.
Over the next 60 days, you'll see 2 more.
Lil Baby was arrested on Monday for carrying a concealed firearm without a permit, and DJ Academics even exposed the trap that Atlanta Fannie Willis has been putting on local rappers. He was taken to the Clark County Detention Center and held on $5,000 bail after being arrested a week after she made the announcement.
I need 20 bands, call the number for me. Hey, security, the black guy, call the number for me. Locking me up for a but I got life. Security, I need 200 bands a year. I swear to God, security. Security, I need 200 bands a year. You don't make 200 bands here. Hey, lady, my check leaving at 9:10. Nah, check me good. I gotta my nut. Check me good. You on the camera? I gotta my nut. Check me good. I gotta go. Alright, y'all let me that car shoot myself in the head. Y'all fire.
Many took it as a warning from Atlanta Fannie Willis because Lil Baby was arrested a week later. But let me explain. Just 8 months ago, DJ Academics made their revelation live while displaying the actual evidence file of 4PF on the same RICO document that LSL and Young Thug were on.
I've heard 2 of them. Like, I've heard the 2 of them. They're like, yo, these are getting going first, then these are going. I've heard the names. And I don't know if I should say it. Again, I got nothing to do with no investigation for nothing, whatever. But these are top rappers. Well, one's a top rapper. The other one, matter of fact, I'll do the segment without saying the name. I'll just say this. I believe you know who the obvious name is. They're in Atlanta. They go by three letters. They've been popping. One of the top, I would say, 3 rappers in the game.
However, because the LSL case is now closed, academics were finally allowed to disclose everything because Lil Baby's recent arrest appeared to be a serious warning that a RICO prosecution was imminent.
I'm gonna tell you some things that you're gonna have to take my word or don't believe it. It's fine. I don't care either or. When Fonnie Willis started targeting YSL, Fonnie Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Thug. She got YFN. So she got YSL, YFN. Eventually, they were gonna get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed their names, by the way. Except, from what I heard, the feds told them, it's okay, we got it. So the feds told him, like, it's okay if you dismiss the charge. So they didn't go that hard with trying to get Dirk, especially after Von died. They dropped that case. They dropped it, but the feds has realized we gonna get Dirk eventually. Doing the math? You see why Lil Baby was moving the way he been? Because Lil Baby hasn't been on Fed watch. He's been on county, state watch.
As a Lil Baby fan, it's crucial to understand that 2 weeks into the Lil Rico trial, his best friend Bunana snitched out of the case on Young Thug. This also answers the most frequently asked question of why 4PF closed the Atlanta day, which is that they're probably going to try to target Lil Baby next.
And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in further.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, where an item and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
The official video was eventually made public online, and oddly, Lil Baby was arrested for a random illegal window tint just 1 week after Bunna snitched out of the YSL trial.
Man, you know why I pull you over these windows, they tinted. You can't see nothing out.
I'm a celebrity, man. Nobody can't see me. Give me my ticket. Let me ride.
I don't know what celebrity you are.
It don't matter. Give me my ticket. Let me ride. I can't have nobody seeing me right here. Let me let my window up.
Oh yeah, you good, but you can't have that tinted window, man.
All right, just give me the ticket. Have a good day, man.
Now who are you? You say you
My name Lil Baby.
Okay, I just need you to sign right here, okay?
You got a pen? You don't be want to have you gotta have tickets in Atlanta. It's okay. I take a ticket and somebody follow me home.
Put it 32.
Huh?
You put it 32. If you got a medical exception, you can get the 10.
The body cam footage would eventually get corrupted, leading many to assume that was his first indication that the feds were starting to breathe down his back. Despite receiving a ticket, Lil Baby continued to drive down the same street and was later arrested by another officer for illegal window tinting. Numerous comments were made online suggesting that Lil Baby might have been arrested and mistreated because of the color of his skin, or that it was a ruse by one of Fonnie Willis' officers to get him locked up. Fortunately, Baby flew out with his lawyer on a private jet, which resulted in him being released on bail that same evening. Lil Baby feels like he's being singled out because of all the recent arrests, probably because a former best friend gave up information. For this reason, even after Young Thug was released from prison, he went right after Gunana Thug and tweeted, "Wham, let's drop one on these rats." Lil Baby, who has been adamant about criticizing Gunna throughout the entire YSL trial, replied to Young Thug on Instagram, saying we should. The next day, Thug followed up with another tweet, this time saying, "Gunna, stop acting like we're friends on the internet. I don't know you." This caught the attention of Gunana and his brother, who would reply, "Trust," and assume that the feelings are reciprocal. Later that night, Thug would link up with Ty, posting an Instagram story in which he explicitly states that he is home and that he accomplished his goal of subtly disparaging Gunna in a way.
Hey man, what you got to tell these people?
Back. back.
You feel me?
You did.
Hey man, ain't no more Ain't no cap in it.
No cap in that, right?
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
Right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that way. And go tell that.
However, as DJ academics have pointed out, there is a serious problem with sneak dissing Gunna. The feds are one step ahead and predicted all of this, which is why they gave him a plea deal out of prison. They will be announced. T.I. even took his side. A scholar discusses Young Thug. Getting out, he claims that the stipulations are a ruse by the court to try to get Young Thug back into jail, explaining that it's all a setup for Thug to eventually fail and serve 20 years in prison. However, they also know that Lil Baby will support Young Thug in his feud with Gunna, and the Atlanta Day would get both of them at the same time.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. But he's always gonna talk about him and is doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, me, it's like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about again. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody knows Thug was not that weight, so we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.
However, things would become unclear at this point. Lil Baby is clearly upset about the circumstance because it has offended Young Thug's father, who would instruct him to keep quiet and to stop making fun of Gunna.
How do you feel about Lil Baby throwing at Gunna for his plea deal?
He need to shut the fuck up, cause he don't know what's going on. He's going off of what he heard. When have y'all went to a court date to support Slime, to support Jeffrey, to support Thug, however you want to name it?
However, the father of Young Thug would not stop there. He would eventually disclose that Gunna has nothing to do with Young Thug or the infant.
Courtney said, how do you feel about Gunna?
I love Gunna.
See, that's the thing. People don't understand the relationship. They got this thing saying that Gunna is a rat and he's done this and done that.
No, but see, let me try to help the attorney clarify that a little simpler. Gunna hasn't done anything whatsoever that can hurt us on this case. Period.
Since Young Thug's father claims that the gun deal didn't affect Young Thug or Lil Baby, rappers in the industry had a wide range of opinions. For example, 6ix9ine would be seen joining WAC 100 on a Clubhouse call to explain that Thug and Lil Baby's situation has gotten worse because of a gun he used, and he couldn't be more spot on since this call. He has also been arrested 3 times and is currently involved in a case in which 2 people have died.
So me pleading guilty is only making it worse for my man. I'm saying I was there. Yes, I did it. I plead guilty. I am guilty. I am guilty. Anything you said in that courtroom is going to be used against your man, my man. That is okay. He just incriminated, implicated YSL being so now home, right? All the people who's locked up, like Jeffrey, like Young Thug, now he can't go with that defense. He can't go with the defense of saying I'm a record label.